Hi everyone, it is week 5 of the Pantry Challenge and I have some wonderful meals to share with you. We're going with some really easy, tried and true meals my family loves, and I really hope your family loves them too. But before we get started, I'm Julia, Aaron's behind the camera, and we are the Canny Couple. And if you're new to our channel, we are a small homestead family that works on merging homesteading and frugality. So let's jump into these meals. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of the prep work here already. And what we are going to be making for breakfast this week is actually our pumpkin chocolate chip, our pumpkin chocolate chip muffins that I do in a baking dish, which are amazing. Aaron loves them, it's one of his favorite, but I'm going to change it up a bit. For lunch, I am making a turkey and rice soup. And for dinner, I'm going to make a, I don't know, like a taco pasta, would you say? And a spaghetti pasta. What would you say? Would that be right? You're like a taco pasta, the salsa pasta?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe this
But it's really good.
It's really good.
It is really good. And I have a trick for you if you have a picky eater. So I'll show you the trick because I'm the picky eater and I can eat it. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing I need to do is I need to work on my chicken. So as you can see here, I already have some chicken cut already. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would really appreciate if you would subscribe. So this chicken on this side, let me move this turkey broth out of the way. I'm sorry, it's still really hot. The chicken on this side is just plain chicken. This is what's going to go into our salsa pasta. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what you would call it. But when we put it together and you all see it, I was really hesitant with this meal when I first started it. I was scared of it. And I was like, but man, it looks so easy and it's a different take and it looks so easy and it looks so good. And Aaron really liked it. So we kind of changed it up and started to make it, and it really is so good. So all I'm doing is salting this. I don't need to add anything extra to it because we're going to put it in the pasta after it cooks and it'll be amazing. But I want to cook my chicken for the spaghetti. And normally I would just cook chicken and add it to the spaghetti and have chicken spaghetti. But today I thought I would do something a little different. So I have these chicken tenders I got on sale. I have some breadcrumbs. We're going to add some Italian seasoning. These are just basic breadcrumbs. Now, if you want to do the flour and egg and dredge and all that fried in oil, you can. I don't do that. I don't tend to fry anything in oil. I know that is anti-Southern because fried chicken. If I want fried chicken, I'll buy it. It's just too messy for me. It's just too much work. If I can't do it in one dish, I don't want to do it.
And that was some garlic you put in there.
Yes, garlic. And we're going to do a little parsley. And then we're just going to give it a good stir. Get everything good and coated. As you can see, the breadcrumbs coat those really well. And I needed to use these breadcrumbs up anyways. So this was just a really good way. I would have made this like a Parmesan chicken if I would have had some Parmesan cheese, but that's something I didn't have. And I'm kind of hoping the baby will look at these and think they're like chicken nuggets and try them. Although some days we eat chicken nuggets, some days we don't.
I was about ready to say, are you sure she wants some like chicken nuggets?
We are just at that stage in life. All I can do is grin and bear it and no longer fight on food. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to lay all of these out here on my dish. And this chicken is thawed, so I'm guessing it'll probably take 15 to 20 minutes in my Ninja. And we're going to do the air fry method. And I don't put any oil or anything on these. All I'm doing is just trying to get them cooked and crispy. If they're a little dry, that's okay because they're going to go in a sauce. I would rather have chicken a little dry than undercooked. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, totally agree.
All right, well, we'll be right back after I get these out and put into the Ninja, and I'll show you what else we're doing. Okay, my chicken's you are going to hear some noise in the background. That is actually our battery, which is how we have been running the Ninja, and it works out really well for us. It's just a great way to kind of save some money. So now we're going to make our soup and get that put together. And as you can see, I have some rice here. Here's the rice I had. It was this Nature's Blend, which we like.
It's really good.
It is very good, but it does not cook like regular rice. Not at all. And then I had this little jasmine rice pack. I think I had half of a cup in there. So I decided, okay, this would make a really good lunch. We'll put this together, and what I'll do is I'll make a soup. So you also see there's some mushrooms in here. I had mushrooms from my freezer. And then you all are wondering what this is. This is turkey stock and bits of turkey that I made from the turkey carcass from last week. So I put that turkey carcass in my freezer, pulled it out, let it thaw, and then put it into my Instapot for 75 minutes with some of that vegetable seasoning and then another seasoning called Kickin' Chicken, which you've seen us use before. And what we did is we just cooked it all together. So we're going to add this to it. So we wanted to make sure the rice was pre-cooked first because we didn't want the rice to soak up all of this wonderful broth. We actually want this to be a soup. So let's see if I need more. I actually have some more of this broth too, if I need to add that in there. Actually, I don't think I'm going to need any more, am I?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm going to put this on low, and I'm actually going to add some milk to it so it turns a little bit creamy. And then after it cooks for a bit, I will add some arrowroot powder, pull some of it out to make it a thicker, creamier kind of rice soup. But let's go ahead and add some milk. Probably going to add a cup to 2 cups. We'll give that a stir. Doesn't that look good? So pretty. You saw all the little bits. I actually didn't pick this turkey as clean as I normally would on purpose. I wanted to have it for the soup because I thought that would be a really good way to use up some old stuff that I had. Okay, we're going to turn this on low, and I'm going to put my milk up. Okay, so next, this is some squash that we had. I popped them in the oven. How many did we do? 6? It was 6. You brought up 3 at a time.
Yes, so 6 of our winter squash we had in storage.
Yep, so they were like really good size, and they were just different squashes. And what we decided this week, Aaron said he wanted some mashed squash. So I have some squash here. I added some milk and 1/4 of a stick of butter. I'm going to add some salt because you need salt. You can't taste salt. It doesn't taste salty. It just enhances the flavor. And then I'm going to add this little bit of brown sugar. We have tried eating squash. Sometimes we will eat it savory, but if it's by itself, we don't want it savory. We want it on the sweeter side. I've tried. We don't like it. We just want it on that sweeter side. It works out better for us. So we're going to let this cook. As you can see, I have a couple different types of squash in here. I have some it's a little wetter. You can see it's this lighter color. It's a little wetter. And then we have some that's really dark. It is more like a sweet potato consistency. So between the two, I'm hoping to get a good consistency. I'm going to let it cook for just a little bit and then get it kind of warm, and we'll try to mash it. Might use my immersion blender. I haven't decided yet. Okay. So that's going to keep going. Now, let's make breakfast. And I have that on low. So, this is the same recipe I made, I think, week 1 of the Pantry Challenge. We just love it so much. But I'm going to add some flax seed to it as well, some ground flaxseed. I'm going to add a cup. And the reason why I'm adding some flaxseed is I'm trying to find new ways to get flaxseed into us because of all the health benefits. And it's such an easy thing, and I already have it. I didn't buy this. I had it on hand. So let's get it used up. Let's use it, see if it actually makes us feel better. So we're just going to stir and get this all incorporated. And the squash that I used for this, it wasn't actually pumpkin. It was actually the squash that I baked. So we got, double use out of that squash. We're getting 2 meals out of it. So this recipe was 2 cups of flour, a cup of oil, 1/2 cup of milk, a tablespoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of baking soda, I used 3 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice because we love it so much. Vanilla, 2 cups of flour. I think I said that already. It's an easy recipe. Oh, a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar. Such an easy recipe
And
put
it's
together.
great.
It is so good.
It's the best coffee cake thing ever to go with your coffee in the mornings.
Aaron loves it. And he actually prefers it with the chocolate chips.
I do.
I've made it without it because I thought he would like it because I know I like pumpkin and chocolate. But he was like, no, I want the chocolate chips in mine. I don't want it without the chocolate chips anymore. We're just going to make sure that pumpkin gets incorporated, or the squash. It's really not pumpkin. And that's one of the good things about winter squash. It is basically like a different version of a pumpkin, and you can use it in substitute for pumpkin. And believe me, you're never going to know.
No.
You're never going to know.
You wouldn't know at all. And we do this so often with our squash.
Like, it is just such an easy substitute because I have all these squashes that I feel like I've hardly made a dent in.
I know. We were joking the other day saying that I think we're going to have enough winter squash to last us until winter squash
comes back in.
Yeah.
And we're checking it weekly to make sure. And I mean, the consistency looks good, even though I added the flaxseed. The consistency looks really good here. I mean, we've been checking on it weekly, making sure it's still good. It's lasting a really long time. It's just, we're having a hard time eating it. And I was actually planning on putting up the hen pen this year to grow more. And I was like, I told Aaron this week, I said, I don't think we can.
I don't think we need to, per se.
Not if we could keep continuing to get as much as we did in the garden, like.
Right, because we're producing enough for us to eat every week since we brought them in pretty much.
I mean, and that's kind of amazing, putting it in the freezer, putting it away, because we could eat squash, you know, especially in baked goods, just about any time. The Trumpetino is the one that it is best in baked goods for us.
Yes.
I really do need to just preserve it to put it in for baked goods because it's harder for us to eat plain.
It's not my favorite per se. It's one, hey, if we don't have a great year on it, okay, I'd rather have a great year on the others, you know.
Right. But it does grow. It grows. It is prolific, and we have had a few that have been really good. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. I will get it into a pan, but we're going to show you. I'm going to step away for just a second to pull out what we're making next. So this week I'm making a snack because we are feeling the lack of a snack. What I'm making are sausage balls. And I'm making them with the Red Lobster biscuit mix. I have some egg, half of a block of cheese, so 4 ounces of cheese. I cut back on the cheese and I think a sausage. And the reason I cut back on the cheese, I had to add the cheese. Aaron already told me I couldn't make them without it.
Yeah, she was trying to say, do we really need the cheese and sausage balls? And I was like, it isn't a sausage ball.
So I do these, I think, the wrong way, but they're really good. I thought when I saw the recipe to add it with the Red Lobster mix, you just put it all in the thing. And apparently you're supposed to make the butter mixture and mix it and baste your sausage balls. I don't have time for that nonsense. So I just put the garlic seasoning in my sausage balls, and they were very tasty when I did them this way.
Yes.
They were really, really good. So I will take it that way. We'll work with it. Pouring in the mix. And we like sausage balls. Aaron will eat them cold.
I'd rather have them cold than warm.
He would.
How do you all like eating sausage balls? Do you all like them warmed up, or do you like them cold? Because I know, put that down below in the comments, because when they get warm for me, they get so greasy that I'd rather have them cold.
My hands are clean, and I'm sorry, there's just no better way for me to mix these up. I'd rather mix them by hand, because I'm going to have to roll them anyway, so it's just so much easier. Now, the sausage we had actually gotten on sale. We got it for $2.50. versus what this sausage is usually on sale.
Back in December.
Back in December. When I see sausage on sale, that's when I get it, because we don't eat sausage a huge amount. Like for breakfast, I might make a breakfast casserole every once in a while. Normally when we have sausage, it's, you know, sausage balls, breakfast casserole, but we don't have like straight sausage patties. We used to get them pre-done. We would have them that way. Well, you could get them on sale. Like we could get.
You don't see those anymore.
Well, you do, but they're $8.
Well, right. I mean,
we were getting them for $3.
Right. Yeah. Not price wise. I mean.
No, you don't get them. You don't get them for what we used to get them for, and so now we just do sausage balls. I'll get it occasionally, and I try to get it when it's on sale and keep it in the freezer for when I need it. Sausage is one of those great things to have in your freezer because you can do so much with it. You can substitute hamburger for it in a recipe. I mean, you really can, especially if you get like a low flavor, mild one. Like if you're going to eat one straight, Aldi's has a really good, and theirs is one of the most reasonably priced, but the taste, it's just not one I want to eat plain. It doesn't have a good flavor. This one has a really good flavor, but you can use it in a lot of different ways, which is why whenever I see this one on sale, I tend to stock up on it pretty heavily. So you see it's coming together pretty good. It doesn't take very long at all. Everybody knows how to make a sausage ball, or should. So I'm seeing this thing on TikTok, and I'm hoping this is just people being silly. Is this really a thing where like people don't think millennials know how to cook? Do you? I mean, I am a millennial, and I don't think I walk away whenever I throw bacon into a skillet. So is this really a thing? Like, I'm just curious, because when I prep my food, I prep it, you know, thinking y'all know how to cook rice, thinking you all know the basics. If you all don't, let me know. Do you all want to see all the prep work that I do? Do you all actually want that? Because for me, I want the meat of the recipe. Don't tell me all the other stuff. Show me the meat of the recipe. So let us know in the comments below. All right, my hands are dirty. We're gonna go ahead and roll these up. As you can see, I'll show you what the size is, and then we'll go on pause, and I'll finish rolling these up and get them in the oven. But here's about how size I do. I don't do mine very big, and I don't do them very big on purpose. I try to keep mine a good medium size. All right, we'll be back. Okay, my sausage balls are in the oven. My pumpkin bread is in the oven. Now we're going to finish dinner. But before we start, let me show you the soup. Looks good. I've turned it up a bit just to start getting it hot running through. So I decided to do 2 different dinners because I didn't think I had enough salsa to make like 1 week's worth of meals. So I thought, well, let's do spaghetti. The little one likes spaghetti sometimes, and I needed to use up some spaghetti sauce. This was stuff I had in my pantry. I will not be buying any more spaghetti sauce because I have found my cheap easy spaghetti sauce is better, and the little one likes it better, and Aaron likes it better. I like it better. So we're just going with this basic one for right now just to get this used up. And all I'm going to do is put it in some pre-cooked pasta. I did 2 different types of pasta. So if you look at my pasta, you're like, Julia, your pasta doesn't match. That's because they don't match. Because I had 2 random boxes in my pantry that were older, and I needed to use them up. And that's what we do. And now we're going to season up our pasta sauce. I never, ever serve pasta sauce without seasoning it. Like, nope. Even the garlic and herb, forget it. It's probably the one I'm least likely, but I would probably still add some Italian. So I'm going to add some Italian, some parsley, probably a teaspoon, because this is a small batch. This is probably one of my smallest batches of spaghetti I've ever made.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing.
And then I'm going to do a little bit of garlic. We all like garlic. I have always liked garlic. Aaron loves garlic. We just like the flavor. We're just going to give it a stir, and we're just going to put it on low. And then what we'll do is when we put this together, we'll put it together, we'll put the chicken on top, and we'll add some cheese because I have some mozzarella cheese that was in my freezer. So it'll be kind of a cheesy spaghetti pasta. And we'll have this for 2 meals. And we'll be having it with the mashed squash that we're having this week. So it'll be really good. Now, on to the main meal. The meal that we know is amazing. So I'm going to take a can of corn, I'm going to put it in my pasta. And I'm taking a can of black beans. If you have home canned black beans, home canned corn, use that. I'm trying to use up these that have the pop top on them, is why I'm using these up first before I use my own homemade beans. And I didn't drain these. You can, you don't have to. I'm going to take a thing of enchilada sauce. It's my first time using the enchilada sauce in this, but I think it would be really good. It's just one of those where I had it, so why not go ahead and use it. And this one is actually from the Dollar Tree. It's not one to come up.
Yep.
But it has hardly anything in it.
Yeah.
It is like one of the cleanest I've ever seen, and it really doesn't taste bad at all. What is in it? It is water, tomato paste, chili, peppers, cornstarch, citric acid, salt, onion powder, black pepper, paprika, oregano, and thyme. Is one of the best, like, single ingredient, not crazy ingredient things that you've ever seen. I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken in. Let me get a spoon. And we're doing the chicken that is just salted. So we're going to go ahead and add it in there. You tell it got really pretty. Cooked really nice. I love our Ninja air fryer oven. I wanted one that did it all. I was like, I don't want to have an air fryer and an, I don't want an air fryer and an oven. I want just one thing. Save me some time. And now we are going to add our salsa. But I have to change the salsa before I can add it. I will not eat it this way. So this is some salsa. It's a random one I had. Normally I would do 2 jars of salsa in this. That would be how I would set this meal up. I didn't have 2 jars. I have 1. So what we're going to do is, if I can get it open, we're going to actually use the immersion blender on this 1 jar of salsa. And we're going to turn it into a...
And tell everybody why you're doing this.
Because there's onions and peppers in here, and I will not eat it if I taste an onion. If I feel it in my mouth, I will not eat it. I will pick them all out. But I can eat it if it's blended. So I like salsa, but what I do is I take the chip and put the stuff on it and then knock it off.
Yeah.
I want the flavor. I don't want the other stuff. I know it's weird. I'm a picky eater. If you have a picky eater, this is a way to bypass it. If I think about it too hard, I won't eat it. So I try not to think about it too hard. So let me get my immersion blender, get this blended up, and we'll be right back. So as you can see, I got this blended up. It looks like a smoothie that's tomatoey. And if you have a picky eater, doesn't like onion, doesn't like pepper, they're never going to know. Never going to know. And it really does taste really good. And this is actually one of the salsas. I think we got this at the Dollar Tree.
We did.
And it is really, really good. I mean, it was really good. So, I think that's actually enough. Mm-hmm. I was a little concerned I wasn't going to have enough. As you can see, it's a very simple dish. And I have some tomatoes if I need them. I could throw a jar of tomatoes in here. I am going to put a little bit of taco seasoning because everything needs a little bit of seasoning. And we use taco seasoning like it's going out of style. We like taco seasoning. But we are also picky. The Dollar Tree taco seasoning is not one we use. It was so salty.
So salty.
So salty.
I mean, like you can't even taste nothing but salt.
Oh, it was so unpalatable.
Yes.
So there we go. We're going to let this cook for just a few minutes just to get everything heated through. And then I will add the cheese and I'll come back and show you what it all looks like when it is all said and done and put together. here in a few minutes.
Okay, got everything here. So that there is the soup, and the color is due to the wild rice. So that black rice always makes everything look
A little blackish or purplish.
yes. That's pretty good. To use it off leftovers. Okay. Sausage ball. Perfect. That's really good, but I was trying to eat this first. Okay, this is the pasta one.
The spaghetti.
I like that chicken a lot. That's
Belly crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold it up, please?
Sorry. This is the That's really good.
I put
Oh
some
my.
queso cheese in it and about 8 ounces of 2 different types of shredded cheese.
No, I got a lot.
Even with the enchilada?
Yes, it's really good. Potatoes. I can't tell you the difference of adding the
You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't taste any difference, but it's good.
just like always. It's always really good. But this,
Is your favorite?
that is my favorite. That is extremely good this time.
I don't know what to call it, but it's different and it works.
That's very good. If you got any comments, questions, anything you want, you can leave it down below or send it to us at thecannycouple@yahoo.com. Make sure to go over and check out our link tree, which has all of our other content, and go ahead and check us out on TikTok. We'd really appreciate it. And
As always, thank you for joining us at the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.